Hi, I'm Bob Adair with Oklahoma State University Fire Service Training. We're here at Altus Fire Department in Altus, Oklahoma. Today we're going to walk through emergency decon of a firefighter. For this video here, we're only going to have one firefighter come up. We would always have to send two firefighters down because the two in, two out. And so this responder has been downrange. He's either had a medical problem, he's had a failure of his suit, or he's running low on air. And so we're going to bring him up. The responders are going to tell him to come forward. They're going to bring him up to the edge of the hot zone before he gets into the warm zone, and they're going to stop him. They're going to analyze this responder. So you notice they have him raise his arms up. They're going to have him turn 360. What they're looking for is where the product's at. They're looking if he's got any cuts, tears, rips in his suit. Now they checked his air to make sure he's got plenty of air. Okay? So they're asking, they say that he's burning. He's got the corrosive on him, so they're going to start the decon process in the hot zone. So they're going to rinse this responder off in the hot zone. All the way down. We're going to use the strip flush method. So we're going to make sure that we get this responder all the way from the head to the toe. We're going to try to get him rinsed off to where we don't have no contaminant, or as least contaminant coming into the warm zone as possible. The strip flush method is telling you in your ERG to use that in your ERG. Now, he is potentially standing in product, so they're telling him to turn around, and now they're bringing him forward into the warm zone. We're going to start taking his gear off from the top to the bottom. So the first thing they're going to take off is his helmet. They're just going to unclip it on the side. They're going to lay it back towards the hot zone. The next thing that they're going to go after his SCBA to take it off. They're going to rip his D-rings up, press the belt strap, and he's going to work his arms out of the SCBA. Notice the responder is keeping the SCBA away from his body. That way there is no cross-contamination. We got to make sure that we keep this responder on air. We're never going to touch the inside of his gear. So the responder in the back is going to rip the coat down as much as possible. We're going to take his coat off, one sleeve at a time. The responder can work his arm out, and we're going to lay the coat back towards the hot zone. Now we're going to go after his Nomex hood. So they're going to put his hand up on his face piece. He's going to reach up and get a hold of the Nomex hood, bring it off, and just let it hang on the airline. Now we're going to go after his pants. Going to unbuckle his pants. We're never going to touch the inside of his pants. We're going to bring them down below his knees without touching the inside of it, and we're not going to put our knees on the ground. So the responder is going to put his foot on the toe of the boot. He's going to reach down and grab the heel. The responder is going to grab a hold of the SCBA tank to steady himself, and he's going to pull his foot out. Same thing's going to happen on the other leg. All right, we've got this responder out of his gear. Now we're going to rinse this responder off again. Remember the strip flush method. So we're going to get our wand. We're going to rinse this responder off again to make sure there's no contaminant on him. From head to toe, always from head to toe. Now at this point, the responder cannot turn. The responder is going to stay facing the cold zone. So the decon crew has got to go around behind him in order to rinse this responder off. All right, we've got him rinsed off. He is potentially standing in product again, so we're going to step him forward. Out of the product, more out of the product, take him forward. Now, right now, the responder is standing between the first responder and the hot zone. When I take his SCBA face piece off, or when we take it off, we want him between us and the cold zone. We're going to spin him 180 degrees. The responder in front is going to grab a hold of his face piece, take it off, and he is going to medical. At this point, we're going to inform the IC of what he was in and that he has been deconned, and he's going to medical. If he has to go to the hospital, we will call the hospital and let him know that he was in what chemical, that he's been deconned, and then that he's on his way to them. The responders here, now since they potentially have contamination on them, are going to go through a process of buddy decon. They're going to wash each other off and take their own gear off. I'm Bob Adair with Oklahoma State University Fire Service Training. Thank you very much for being with us on this decon program today at Altus, Oklahoma Fire Department. Thank you very much.